Hi, I'm Kate with The Productive Teacher, and today we're going to do spelling practice with the U sound when it is spelled E-W. E-W can also make the oo sound. In this video, we're focusing on the U sound. Sometimes we call this the long U sound. Sometimes people don't differentiate between U and oo. In this case, all of the words will have the U sound spelled E-W. Here's how it works. I'm going to show you a picture and I will tell you a word. You will count the sounds in the word. Then we will spell those sounds so that we have spelled the word. Let's get started. This is a jewel. Jewel. How many sounds do you hear in the word jewel? There are 3 sounds in jewel. What is the first sound you hear in jewel? J, j. Good. The j sound can either be spelled with a G or a J. In this case, I know it's a J. What's the second sound you hear in the word jewel? J, U, Jew. The U sound is spelled E-W. And what's the last sound you hear in the word jewel? Ol. Yes, that's right. It's the ol sound, which we spell with an L. But we need a vowel for this syllable, so we're going to put an E in there. Now, some people would call this second E in jewel a schwa. I think of it as just a part of the ol sound. Either way is fine. Use what works for you to remember how to spell jewel. Our next picture has a man playing with a little boy. This little boy is his nephew. The word is nephew. How many sounds do you hear in the word nephew? There are 4 sounds in the word nephew. What's the first sound you hear in the word nephew? N. What letter spells N? N. What's the second sound you hear in the word nephew? N. Eh. We've got a short E. We spell it with the letter E. What's the next sound in nephew? Neph. We've got the f sound, but this time it's not spelled with the letter F, it's spelled with the letters PH. What's the last sound we hear in the word nephew? U, and we know we're spelling that E-W. This is how we spell nephew. Our next picture shows skewers. Our word is skewer. How many sounds do you hear in the word skewer? There are 4 sounds in the word skewer. What's the first sound you hear in skewer? S, s. And we use the letter S to spell the S sound. What's the next sound you hear in the word skewer? Sk, k. In this case, we're going to use the letter K to spell the K sound. Skew, ew, you. What letters make the U sound? E-W. And what's the last sound you hear in the word skewer? There are many ways to spell the sound. In this case, it's E-R. This is how you spell skewer. Now we have a hand with some blueberries in it. The word is few because he only has a few blueberries. How many sounds do you hear in the word few? There are 2 sounds in the word few. What's the first sound you hear in the word few? F, f. How do we spell the f sound? The letter F. And what's the second sound you hear in the word few? U. How do we spell the U sound? E-W. Here's our last picture for the day. These are cashews. Our word is cashew. Cashew. How many sounds do you hear in the word cashew? There are 4 sounds in the word cashew. What's the first sound you hear? K, k. We can either spell the K sound with a C or a K. Because my next sound is A, which is going to be spelled with an A, I know it is a C. So my first sound K is spelled with a C. My second sound A is spelled with an A. What's the third sound in cashew? Sh, sh. What letters make the sh sound? S-H. And what's the last sound you hear in the word cashew? U. What letters make the U sound? E-W. Awesome job spelling today. I will see you next time.